Dictionary result for ambiguous. Of language, open to more than one interpretation, having a double meaning. Unclear or inexact because a choice between alternatives has not been made. And when a man gives you unclear or hard to interpret statements about your relationship, that becomes manbiguous. Welcome to another episode of Manbiguous, the fun series we're doing where you have submitted manbiguous statements in comment section below, where we take those statements and we decode them here in the Manbiguous series. So today we're going to decode 4 statements and help you get even more clarity. Check it out. The first manbiguous statement comes from Shayna. And Shayna writes, "Okay, Matt, I'm a 50-year-old single woman. I've got this one. Quote, I love you as much as possible." What does that mean? That is a fantastic manbiguous statement. I love you as much as possible. Yeah, Shayna, what does that mean? Generally speaking, for a man, that's going to mean that he's only got a certain amount of love to give you. In other words, he doesn't believe that he can give you the kind of love that you want. So for example, he's saying that he's got 8 ounces of love to give. And while you might want 16 ounces of love from him, he's not holding out on you. He really only has an 8-ounce glass to give you. So if he's not giving you as much as you want, don't think that he's holding out on you. He's just giving you everything that he can. And know this, if it's not enough, you can actually let him go, because there is a man who has 16-ounce capacity who can give you exactly what you want in that relationship. Highly suspect the I'm loving you as much as possible. Chances are it's not going to be enough. Next is from Sue Ellen, and Sue Ellen writes, I'm dating a guy for almost 4 months, and the other day I asked him if we're serious. And he said, we're between serious and too serious. What does that mean? This is another pretty good manbiguous statement. I would say this is between manbiguous and too manbiguous. So Sue Ellen, what does it mean when he said we're between serious and too serious? This means he doesn't want a relationship, at least a committed one, because too serious means how more serious can you get than a committed relationship? So what you want to try to do is find out from him, what does too serious look like? In those types of situations, one of the best things you can do to cut right through manbiguity is a direct question, what does that look like? Or what does that mean to you? Asking a man, what does that mean to you, will help him give you clarity around the concept of the vision that he's holding in his mind. So Sue Ellen, all you could really do is ask this guy, well, what does too serious look like for you? But even just a man saying that is going to let you know that he probably doesn't see the two of you in a committed relationship, and that probably isn't what he wants. Next up is from Julie, and Julie writes, my man told me after breaking up with him to take care of myself and that I deserve to be happy. Does that mean he's glad I broke things off? No, this doesn't mean that he's glad that you broke things off, but it does mean that he respects your decision. Because chances are you wanted something in that relationship that he either wasn't able to give you or wasn't prepared or ready to give you. And he does care for you. It was just that you guys were on different pages. So when you broke things off, he respects that. The fact that he isn't fighting for you, the fact that he isn't arguing for you and saying, no, I want to make this work, I want to try for this to work, that's the sign that he wants you back. That's the sign that he's in love with you. That's the sign that he's willing to make changes to make a better relationship for the two of you. But if he's wishing you well, he's saying, hey, I care about you, I want you to be happy, know that that's coming from a genuine place in him, but that he also isn't prepared or ready to give you what's required for that relationship to actually get back on track. And the last one comes from Marcella, and Marcella writes, he told me 5 times in a row that he was surprised of me not having plans because I'm always busy. I don't get it. He never asked me to do anything either. Marcella, I hear you. I know that it can be frustrating when a guy is making comments like, wow, I'm surprised you don't have plans, and yet he's not the one asking you out. What guys do in this moment is they are fishing for validation to try to get permission to ask you out because they're nervous or they don't want to be rejected. So you can actually give him permission to ask you out. See, nobody wants to be rejected. Nobody wants to go out on a limb and then find out that they were wrong. So you can actually invite him to ask you out by sending him this text. You can send him this. You can say, you know what I would really love? And he'll say, what's that? And you can say, I would really love it if you would take me out sometime. And then put a little winky face on there. And what's great about that is that number one is direct, that takes guts, that's courageous, it shows a high level of self-esteem on your part. And it's actually a very feminine way to be direct and to get things moving because you're asking for what you would love. Feminine energy makes a request, it opens an invitation, and then he fills that invitation by trying to provide you with what you want. So by you saying, I would love it if you would take me out sometime, that actually encourages him to not only take you out, but then puts him in the masculine by deciding where and what you're going to do and when you're going to do it, all of that. So it's highly, highly effective. And let me tell you this, when you have the courage to begin to ask men for what you would love, ask men that you like to actually take you out, the number of dates that you go on with men that you like will skyrocket. So let me ask you this. What Manbiguous statements have you received in your love life lately? Go ahead and post those in the comment section below, and we'll keep this series of Manbiguous statements going along. Thank you so much for watching this. I appreciate you. And if you believe like we do, that one of our highest missions is to increase love in the world, one heart at a time, go ahead, click the subscribe button, become part of this community because that's what we are all about. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon.